Hey guys, welcome back to the Book Nook Corner. It's Courtney. Today's video is a fun one that I'm excited to share with you, and that would be 5 fantasy book recommendations for fantasy beginners. These book recommendations are going to be for people that are new to the fantasy realm, the fantasy genre. I'm trying to help you become obsessed with fantasy, just like I am. Fantasy is the primary genre that I've always read my entire life, literally. Looking back at my childhood and like my teen years, early 20s, I would read a lot of historical fiction as well. I loved history. I've always loved history. But I was always drawn, however you want to word it, to fantasy. Living in other worlds, having magical powers, having magical animal companions, whatever it is that draws you there. Just kind of going out of the ordinary and reading stories that have nothing to do with anything that you are familiar with, basically. So let's just, swan dive right into it. Why don't we? My first recommendation, honestly, is one that I think pretty much everybody has heard about at this point, and I would be shocked if you haven't. But if you haven't, I guess that just means that you are so far out of the depths of anything related to fantasy that you would not have heard about this. But that, of course, and you probably can see it actually in the frame. I was going to surprise you, but you can see it. Anyways, that is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This is just your typical fantasy romance. So I think actually all of these are pretty much fantasy romance. I'm trying to help guide you, dip your toes into the world of fantasy, but still leaving some romance, especially if you were like a contemporary romance girly. These will help you jump into this genre and not be so shocked. I'm not giving you any epic fantasy recommendations here. So I'm actually going to do something a little different today. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to read you the descriptions of something different. I adore this series. I adore this author. She is currently, as of right now, for a while now, my favorite author. I would buy, insta-buy, and insta-read anything this woman writes. I'm so excited about her new book that will be coming out, I think, within the next year at least. And it is the 6th book in this series. So yeah, just so much to look forward to with her and her writing. I believe she's releasing more in the Crescent City world as well. It would be amazing if we got a double release. I mean, has anyone ever done that? Has an author ever done that? I would die of happiness.
I would be at that midnight release with bells on.
Let me tell you, I would sell like everything I owned to be able to afford them and all of the special copies if that happened. But anyways, I digress. I'm getting off subject here. Anyways, so this book, it may not be a lot of people's favorites within the series. Usually people like the 2nd book the best. Mine happens to be the 3rd, but this one is still good. I'm actually going to be rereading this with a friend, and I'm going to be annotating it for the first time. So the paperback, which you can see is like a little yellow, like this baby's seen things. She's seen some shit, okay? And I'm excited to reread it and annotate it this time. But anyways, let me get to the crux of this and read you the description. When 19-year-old huntress Farrow kills a wolf in the woods, a terrifying creature arrives to demand retribution. Dragged to a treacherous, magical land she knows about only from legends, Farrow discovers that her captor is not truly a beast, but one of the lethal, immortal fairies who once ruled her world. At least, he's not a beast all the time. As she adapts to her new home, her feelings for the fairy, Tamlin, transform from icy hostility into a fiery passion that burns through every lie she's been told about the beautiful, dangerous world of the Fae. But something is not right in the fairylands. An ancient, wicked shadow is growing, and Farrow must find a way to stop it, or doom Tamlin and his world forever. I hope that makes you want to pick this up, and you trust my judgment as well. The second book on my list is one that I read quite a few years ago. I actually won this one in a fantasy book giveaway from a bunch of authors on Bookstagram. And I picked it up for a 24-hour readathon, read it within that time frame, loved it. Still have not picked up the rest of the series. But let me tell you, I want to. I just am me.
I'm Courtney.
And I get distracted. But that would be A Cursed Kiss by Jenny Hickman. Just look at the cover. This gives Once Upon a Broken Heart vibes. I believe this is actually YA. But let me tell you, there is spice. There is sexiness. There is all the things that you want. It is so good. And I just adore this book. It is not that long either. Neither one of those are. I think Court of Thorns and Roses is under 400 pages. This one is 377, because I know a lot of people that are new to fantasy get very like intimidated because a lot of them are like chunkers. I just don't want you, you know, I'm trying to stick with ones that aren't too much, so that also does not intimidate you. But anyway, let me read you the description of A Cursed Kiss. Living on an island plagued by magic and mythical monsters isn't a fairy tale. It's a nightmare. After Keelan witnesses her sister's murder at the hands of the legendary Genkana, an immortal creature who seduces women and kills them with a cursed kiss, she realizes there's nothing she wouldn't do to get her back. With the help of a vengeful witch, she's given everything she needs to resurrect the person she loves most. But first, she must slay the Genkana. Tadig, a devilishly handsome half-fae who has no patience for high society or propriety, would rather spend his time in the company of loose women and dark creatures than help a human kill one of his own. That is until Keelan makes him an offer he can't refuse. Together, they embark on a cross-country curse-breaking mission that promises life but ends in death. Oh, I forgot the sticker came in it. In fact, there might even be... Oh my gosh, I forgot about these. I forgot about these. Oh my god, I forgot that she signed it. Okay, I haven't read this, like I said, in like a couple years. Oh, there's also like a stamp on it from like her desk. Can you see that on the bottom there? And then there's a page overlay. Okay, here we go. Here's some character artwork for you. Oh my gosh, this makes me want to like reread this. I forgot about this. Okay, so these are stickers of like the two main characters. This is so cute. And then this one I kind of already showed you. Yeah, okay, aw. Well, that was like a nice little forgotten treat. So my third book out of the 5 would be Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. This has like the gorgeous sprayed edges. I forget what the naked hardback looks like. Look, I'm just imparting my like beautiful books on you, whether you want them or not. Whether you want to see it or not, you're stuck with me, kids. Look, so cute. So yeah, this one was actually one that I had pre-ordered that I was looking forward to. I read it and loved it. Loved it. 5 stars. Can't wait till the next one comes. Let me read the description for you, okay? If you're not terrified, you're doing it wrong. Long ago, the gods unleashed monsters upon the 5 kingdoms of Kalandra to remind us that humans are insignificant, that we must pray to the gods for mercy throughout our fragile, fleeting lives. I didn't need a deity to remind me I was powerless. Being a princess had never been more than a performance. 23 years of empty titles and hollow traditions. My sister revels in the spectacle, basking in the attention and flawlessly playing her part. I was never asked to be part of the charade. Until the day an infamous monster hunter sailed to our shores. The day a prince walked into my father's throne room and ruined my life. The day I married a stranger, signed a magical treaty in blood, and set off across the continent to the most treacherous kingdom in all the realm. That was the day I learned that not all myths are make-believe, that lies and legends are often the same, and that the only way to kill the monsters we fear was to become one. Devney Perry. You hit the nail on the head, chickie. Yep. The 4th book on my list is The Wren and the Holly Library by K.A. Lindy. She broke the monster treaty.
And who make her pay?
So this one is super sexy and stuff too. Sexy and stuff. Wow. This has beautiful sprayed edges as well. Here is one of the characters. I think the back is the same. Yeah. I forget what the... Ooh, I didn't even actually look at this when I was reading this. What? Okay, there's the naked spine. Whoops. And the naked hardcover. So cool. Oh my gosh. When I read this, I did not even look at that. This book, I'm excited for the next one. I have it. It came out already. I just haven't had a chance to read it. I believe it's the same story. It might actually be a standalone, but I don't think so. I believe it's a continuation of this story. But yeah, I just adored this. It was a lot different than what I thought it was going to be, in a good way though, in a very good way. Let me read thy description to you. Can you love the dark when you know what it hides? Some things aren't supposed to exist outside of our imagination. 13 years ago, monsters emerged from the shadows and plunged Kiersey's world into a cataclysmic war of near total destruction. The New York City she knew so well collapsed practically overnight. In the wake of that carnage, the Monster Treaty was created, a truce of sorts. But tonight, Kierse, a gifted and fearless thief, will break that treaty. She'll enter the Hawley Library, not knowing it's the home of a monster. He's charming, quietly alluring, terrifying, but he knows talent when he sees it. It's just a matter of finding her price. Now she's locked into a dangerous bargain with a creature unlike any other. She'll sacrifice her freedom, she'll offer her skills. Together, they'll put their own futures at risk. But he's been playing a game across centuries, and once she joins in, there will be no escape. I implore you to read this. K.A. Lindy killed it. You will love it. So my last book on this list is one that, like, I don't think I will ever be able to stop thinking about. I absolutely adored it. I hadn't really, like, I knew that I loved this author's writing, but this solidified that for me. Like, 6 feet down, buried it, done. And that is The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. Here are some of my annotations. I kind of stopped halfway through because I just had to read it and couldn't stop to annotate. Literally, that's the reason why. I got one of my friends obsessed. I got my mother obsessed. My mother, who's a very, very, very busy workaholic person, read this in like 2 days because she couldn't put it down either when she did have free time. It is just that good. Plus, I just adore the cover. It's so different and pretty, and I love the colors involved. But yeah, let me get to the... look, I didn't realize that was in there. It's a little sign by my son. So cute. Okay, let me read the description for you. A woman risks everything to end her family's centuries-old curse, solve her mother's disappearance, and find love in this mesmerizing novel from the best-selling author of Spells for Forgetting. I actually enjoyed this more than Spells for Forgetting, by a lot. In the small mountain town of Jasper, North Carolina, June Farrow is waiting for fate to find her. The Farrow women are known for their thriving flower farm and for the mysterious curse that has plagued their family line. The whole town remembers the madness that led to Susanna Farrow's disappearance, leaving her daughter June to be raised by her grandmother and haunted by rumors. It's been a year since June started seeing and hearing things that aren't there. Faint wind chimes, a voice calling her name, and a mysterious door appearing out of nowhere, signs of what June has always known is coming. But June is determined to end the curse once and for all, even if she must sacrifice the hope of love and a family of her own. After her grandmother's death, June discovers a series of cryptic clues regarding her mother's disappearance, except these only lead to more questions. But could the door she once assumed was a hallucination be the answer she's been searching for? The next time it appears, June realizes that she can touch it and walk through the threshold, and when she does, she embarks on a journey that will not only change both the past and the future, but also uncover the lingering mysteries of her small town and entangle her heart in an epic, star-crossed love. With The Unmaking of June Farrow, Adrienne Young delivers a brilliant novel of romance, mystery, and a touch of the impossible, a story you will never forget. So how funny is that when I said at the very beginning of telling you about this book that it was one I will never be able to forget. So that's kind of funny and very true, because yeah, it is one that I don't think I will ever forget, and one that I will always recommend, literally. Like, that would probably be my number one recommendation for people that have never read fantasy and want to get into it. That would probably be my number one recommendation. Just for the fact that it's so bingeable. It is, I believe, like right at 300 pages. Let me double check. It might even be a little bit under 300 pages. No, it's like at 320. So it's not horribly long. It's the length of kind of your average contemporary romance or thriller. And I just can't get over the fact that, like, she keeps you guessing the entire freaking book in a good way, not like a oh my god get it over with way, like a oh my gosh I have to read the next page, like this is so good. And so yes, that is my list of 5 books that hopefully help you get into the realm of fantasy. Obviously, the Unmaking of June Farrow is a little bit more magical realism, where the others are considered fantasy. But yeah, I hope that I brought some new books to your world if you are not familiar with fantasy. That is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed and you stay tuned for my little week of, I almost said horrors. Let's hope it's not horrors for anyone. My little week of videos, like of content for you guys. I really worked hard this week to kind of bang out videos for you and just kind of give my channel a little boost, give you hopefully a little boost full of like amazing book recommendations. So as always, go down and check out all of my links. I have lots of links for discounts for you guys, codes to get money off your purchase, etc. But also my Discord book clubs and bookish hangouts, my Cottage Fairy Society Patreon, where I offer lots of extra content for you guys, as well as channel memberships, which really helps me kind of further my content and things so that I can make you lovely videos, as well as my wish list, my Bookstagram, and of course the BookMarkShopp, which is my Etsy featuring bookmarks and book sleeves made by yours truly. I appreciate everything that you guys do. You're amazing. You make this so fun. You're fulfilling a dream for me, just so you know. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!